All right, we're going to meet Paul Race next. Paul is coming to us from Ohio. How do you pronounce the name of your town? Oh, he might get to, we're going to get Paul unmuted in a moment, but he plays guitar and banjo and performs originals as well as
My
solo
bad.
songs. That's all right, from every era. Paul, where are you from in Ohio?
I live near Enon, Ohio. It's close to Springfield, which is close to Dayton. So
We're all
West
close to
Central
something.
Ohio.
Oh, excellent. Well, nice to meet you. And I know, yeah, folks on this meeting were from all over the country and the Farm Folk Alliance region Midwest, which can incorporate a lot of different places. So nice to meet you from Ohio, Paul. You have some songs for us?
A couple, yeah.
All right, I love that banjo.
Well, I play guitar, and I almost brought my guitar, but I like doing banjo for this because sometimes people remember you because you're the only guy dumb enough to bring a banjo to one of these. So,
Right.
so
Sometimes being memorable is better. All
I
right.
understand you started on banjo, Caroline. So,
Yep.
Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. I know you're seeing a guy named Gord, but he's driving that ugly Ford. Time to see what the road of life can be. So Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. I say you're making those eyes at Lou, but the man drives a Subaru. And your old flame Bill's a loser, buzzing around in that PT Cruiser. Never goes faster than 63. Oh Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. Nothing good ever comes of it when you cruise in a Honda Fit. There's more wow factor in my old man's John Deere tractor. Oh Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. I hate to say it, but point of fact, nobody cool drives a Pontiac. And I know you've been out with Dan, but the man drives a minivan. It's the bomb if you want to be a soccer mom. Oh Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. You never dated a guy named Lodge, but hardly anything rhymes with Dodge. Can you see the intent of this melody? So Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. Oh Beverly, take a ride on my Chevrolet. So, that was my special request. And he heard the first line of it and said I had to sing it, so. To err is but human, and most would agree. But to really mess up, well, you only need me. And there's a fool in my mirror with eyes that don't know what they see. And the best of intentions have squandered my life. The harder I try, the more that nothing goes right. And I'm out of excuses, and I'm not who I wanted to be. And the fool in my mirror is pointing his finger at me. Is there hope for the fool in my mirror, or the man that he wanted to be? At this time in my life, I use one thing right would find its way to me. Does the world have a secret it's keeping from me? 'Cause each way I turn, I hit a wall I didn't see. And I can't help but wonder if somehow the joke is on me. And the friends that I turn to for help and advice always seem in a rush to get back to their lives. And I leave empty-handed, and I feel bad for wasting their time. And the fool in my mirror says, what were you hoping to find? Is there hope for a fool in my mirror? For the man that he wanted to be. At this time in my life, I wish one thing right would find its way to me. So I go through the motions a day at a time, and I question my answers and I fear what I find. And if I wasn't half crazy, I'd surely be out of my mind. I cry out in the morning and sometimes at night for one dream to come true or one thing to go right. And it's almost like praying without knowing what good it will do. And the fool in my mirror says, put in a prayer for me too. Is there hope for the fool in my mirror? For the man that he wanted to be? At this time in my life, I wish one thing right would find its way to me. So, I hope that that didn't bring too many people down. I'm going to sneak in a couple verses of another song. I tried to cross a river to a place I had to be. I went onto a bridge that seemed the shortest way to me. But something dark and slimy slithered right into my path. I tried to go around it, then I heard an evil laugh. You think you're something special, and it even may be true, but I've discouraged thousands who are better far than you. Now you're much too old and ugly, you're not the sharpest tack. The smartest choice for you is to consider turning back. Every river has its trolls. They pop up out of nowhere just to keep you from your goals. Don't you listen to the trash talk, don't you ever pay their tolls. Just know that every river has its trolls. I asked him, what gives you the right to speak that way to me? He said, I was once as you were, a pretentious wannabe. But I learned a bitter lesson when my dreams, they all fell through. The truth be known, I'm really only looking out for you. Then at his feet and shoulders, there were scores of other folks, all telling me to turn around. My dreams were but a joke. But something seemed to peculiar. Then it dawned on me in full. Those disappointed dreamers all were turning into trolls. Every river has its trolls. They pop up out of nowhere just to keep you from your goals. Don't you listen to your trash talk, don't you ever pay their tolls. Just know that every river has its trolls. Now I understand that you're just trying to be nice. I hope you're not offended if I don't follow your advice. But you need to understand now, I don't mean to cause you pain. But you're standing on a railroad bridge and I'm driving me a train. Every river has its trolls. They pop up out of nowhere just to keep you from your goals. Don't you listen to the trash talk, don't you ever pay their tolls. And most of all, don't ever be a troll. Know that every river has its troll. Exactly 9 minutes.
Yay! You should go back and read some of these comments. Everyone is smiling just like I am, listening and watching you play. You had mentioned during sound check that where you live, it's a bit of a music desert, or I'm not sure what word you used.
A folk desert, yeah.
A folk desert.
If I played country, I could play every night.
Oh, I see. Where do you get your folk fix? Do you come up to Michigan for our whole festival scene? Because if not, you should.
I just, there's one in Columbus that's, it's not huge, but they have a festival in May that I go to, and a few others around.
Okay, good. Well, yeah, you should come up to Bliss Fest or Wheatland, and I know, isn't the John Hartford festival in Ohio. That would be a great one
Yeah.
to go to as well. Well, pleasure to meet you, Paul, and
Yeah.
everyone
Thanks a
will.
bunch.
You're certainly memorable. You did your job.